Well, hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome to Tottenham Hotspur USA. DJ Paul here. Quick reaction to the Tottenham Hotspurs 2-2 draw against United. And so, just for starters, I didn't put a predicted starting lineup out, and so I'm not going to get into that. I spoke yesterday about Porro and Destiny Udogie. Being the fullbacks of note would have driven the team forward, and so Destiny did not start. So we have to take a different approach with that. Odebeer I would have had in the lineup as well, but that's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is that the manager sees it fit to go in a direction where we think it will help the team go bigger, and see if that will help to change things around now that Koulibaly is getting his legs under him. I think we have no choice but to go to Brennan Johnson. So there are things around the team that the manager himself cannot change because the quality is not there. And that's the thing that most fans beat upon during the week, that the quality is not there. The standard that Spurs is supposed to be at, those players are not going to take us to that standard. So you go game by game and hope that you get something out of them until you can get them out of the club. So when you get a performance like this and everyone is saying, well, let's call for the manager's head, like, okay, one thing I read after the game was that, oh, the reason why we tie is because we set up to not lose. And I think that was most time the objective with a team like this, is to make sure that we're solid from the back. One of the things that has been floating around online is that most of these content creators are balling for, a 3-5-2, whatever it is that they think is going to add more to the attack. You can't add more to the attack if you don't have the quality to add with the change of the formation. And so what they're technically saying is that change the formation and the players will be better. Change the formation and these players who are not up to standard will all of a sudden start to perform better. What they're saying is that Frank is not putting the players and the team in a position where they can succeed. And if you read between all of that, because the same people who are saying Richarlison is rubbish, Tell is rubbish, Odebeer is rubbish, Johnson is rubbish, at some point you're going to have to play those players. What you're saying is that, oh, they're rubbish, but you've played them in the formation that I think you should be playing in, then they're not rubbish. And what happened to the other half of the fan base who's going to look at it and said, oh, why is he playing a back three? Why isn't he playing, with a 4-2, the 3-1 or whatever it is? So in other words, with a bad squad, they're blaming the manager.